Hi everyone, Lisa here from Down to Earth Gardening and Design, and let's talk about delphiniums. So delphiniums are a classic garden perennial. I'm here in zone 6B, but they are hardy in zones 3 through 7. So I've had some good experiences with them and some frustrating experiences with them, and I want to share that with you. And I want to tell you how delighted I am with this particular variety here. This is the second year that it's made an appearance in my garden. And I'm going to tell you what it is, when I planted it, and all that jazz. Okay, I want to say that I have a confession, and I am such a sucker for these flowers. So every time I go to the nursery and they're flowering, I always inevitably pick a couple up. I just can't stop myself because I love the colors, I love the spiky habit. I love the flowers. They're great in cut flowers. You can dry them. For me, I just love everything about them. And I also think that the foliage has some pretty great texture in the garden. So typically they flower late spring or early summer. So right now we're right on the cusp of summer here. And they do have a pretty good long bloom time. So typically they can get up to 8 feet tall. So that's pretty tall in the garden. I love seeing them in a cottage garden or a garden border bounced around because they add a really nice tall vertical element to the garden. And the colors are just stunning. You see them in blues, which is pretty great. Whites, I think I purchased one last year that was white with a black eye. In the lavenders, the pinks, the mauves, the purples. So really beautiful perennial. But there's a but. Couple things that I don't typically like about them. And one is their height means that you usually have to stake them. They have such a heavy flower and they get so tall that they typically have to be staked in the garden. And two is in my zone. Now I've been professionally gardening for 25 years. I have always used them as an annual. Pretty sad when you make an investment in something that's labeled a perennial. Once in a while, I have gotten them to come back, and they'll go to seed and they'll pop around the garden a little bit. When you let them go to seed and they come back the next year, they're not always the same color as the parent or the one that you purchased, but it's pretty rare. So I did an experiment last year because you all know I like to try plants in my own garden and test them out before I will plant them for my clients or recommend them to you. I planted these late summer last year. These are New Zealand hybrid that's called mini stars. So they are a dwarf delphinium. So they come in at about 2.5 to 3 feet. So it's funny, this one here is 3 feet. These come in over here at about 2 feet. They were mixed colors, but I'm hearing that now you can buy them in single colors. But the colors are beautiful. So I have whites, I have some lavenders, some purples. They do come in pinks too. So I just picked up a mix. I picked up 9 of them, and I will tell you that 7 came back. So we had a pretty normal winter in New England. I'm in zone 6B here, and they came back nice and bushy. What's great about them, not only that they came back, but that they have this nice little short branching habit and they have sturdy stems. So no staking is necessary, and you can use them in the middle or even in the front of your borders and your gardens. So that's pretty great. So I am planning on buying some more. I've been working at filling up this garden here. This is the middle layer of my boulder wall project here, and I have a lot more room to play with, so definitely be getting more of these. So I am noticing that one is kind of fallen over, and what I'm also noticing is there's some deer prints in here. So they are listed as deer resistant, and that's true. The deer were looking around for some things to munch on, and they skipped right over them. So that's pretty great. As far as what they look great with, my opinion, they look great with so many things. I have them here with my knockout roses, but I have seen them with some beautiful white daisies and some monarda or bee balm, and they look fabulous in mass plantings. So full sun perennial, really loving it and wanted to share it with you. So I'm all about the purple and I'm all about delphiniums. So thanks for joining me today. I love sharing these gardening videos with you, and if you liked it, please go ahead and tap like and subscribe to our channel because we love gardening.